Hello, my lovely viewers, and welcome. I am Kira, a romantic ace, and tonight we are starting Book 3 of Endless Summers. We're starting with Chapter 1. If you haven't joined me before, welcome! I drink and I cuss. If you want to play the drinking game along with me, the rules are right here on the screen, also below the player here on Twitch. You can just scroll on down. If you can't read the words in either spot, just scroll down, click on that graphic, and it'll take you to my fancy new website, aromanticace.weebly.com, where you can read the most recent version of the drinking game rules in text form. And if you're watching us on YouTube, that link is just down in the description for you. Also, if you haven't joined me before, the story so far, so we are playing as Kira, a college co-ed who won an all-expenses-paid trip to this private island owned by this rich asshole. Supposed to be, great start to summer vacation with a bunch of our classmates, most of whom didn't even know us or like us. But, our BFF was there, Diego was there, so it's fine. But we landed on the island only to find that there was no support staff beyond the independent pilot that they hired to fly us there on a puddle jumper, and our tour guide, Lila. There was nobody working the resort, nobody working air traffic control. This sounds like about 1,000 OSHA violations, to be perfectly honest. They would have failed an inspection. So, first we set out to find out why that was. Well, when we discovered a saber-toothed tiger in the middle of nowhere, apropos of absolutely nothing, we figured there was something really, really strange going on, so we decided to try to get off the island. But, somebody burned our plane, and somebody burned all the yachts that we could have used to get off the island, and when we tried to get out on a little skipper boat, a sea monster attacked us. So there's a sea monster here now. And also, this island wasn't completely inhabited. It turns out this rich asshole kind of colonized it from the Navi. I mean, the Vanti, or the Watchers, who initially kind of acted like they wanted to kill us, but then they decided, no, it's cool, you're just the 12 harbingers of the apocalypse. I guess we want you alive. Okay. So that was cool. We, teamed up with them to try to find all these catalyst idols that, were supposed to... They kind of acted like it was supposed to bring about the end of the world, but then here at the end of Book 2, we found out that the whole purpose for these was to reveal the secret behind the Endless, which is their deity. But really, we just wanted to get the hell off the island, which we did manage to do. We walked through a Stargate, basically. The Lernean Gate, it's a Stargate. Come on now. This whole series is a response to Lost, and it just steals from everybody else, so why the hell not? Only to find that there was a fucking volcano in the middle of Frat Row. So, the island with saber-toothed tigers and a frost-breathing fox and a rich asshole trying to take over the world turns out to somehow be safer. So we got back there and tried to escape this rich asshole's research facility, and in the process, we got separated from some of our friends who made it across. We didn't make it across. We found out that not only are the guys who want to, they keep saying bring in our pilot who's been framed for treason, but I think we all know they mean kill him. Turns out one of their henchmen is his best friend who he assumed was dead in an attack. Turns out that's him, except he's been brainwashed by, a helmet full of drills. And then we blew up most of the facility by overheating its processing towers. Sure, whatever. And somehow we survived falling out of a chopper into the ocean. One of our friends floated out of the helicopter and blew up a missile, which is very normal now. And everybody else, as far as we know, crashed into the ocean, but we do know they're alive because we got in the world's longest fucking epilogue, so long that I still don't have an abridged version on Twitch or YouTube yet because the video is still processing. World's longest epilogue led us to realize that because everything worked, it meant everybody was still alive. Okay, cool, but it turns out the Endless, to absolutely no one's surprise except, everybody in the story is us. Except old us. And all of those weren't futures that we saw, all these idol visions. They weren't futures. They were the past. They were alternate realities. And what are we gonna do with this information for a whole entire book? I have no idea. So, with that, the stinger for chapter 1 is: the world has been hurled backward in time by the strange power of La Huerta. To set things right, you'll embark on your greatest adventure yet. Greater than walking into a volcano and doing a mini game in a fucking epilogue? Let's find out! First, there is only light. Your surroundings are lost in a blinding haze. Then, a voice speaks, resonant and strangely familiar. This is Acid Crab, isn't it? You're beginning to understand, aren't you? Who you truly are. Yeah, apparently I'm a time traveler who wears a red spacesuit. That's very normal. So we can say I know who I've been at least, which is the option to import the book 2 choices, or no, it's still a blur. We are obviously going to import our book 2 choices. I have worked very hard for all of this. The more you experience, the more defined you become. That sounds like a fucking fortune cookie, but whatever. Yeah, poor bamboozled Ukjal found out that his entire religion was constructed just to keep a bunch of fucking co-eds alive. I would be having a crisis, personally. The echoes of the past wash over you, so we can learn from what has happened, which is the option to view the recap, or skip it. Aw, come on. We gotta do the recap, y'all. Let's go. One magical week in paradise, here we come! Oh, we were all so naive in book 1. It happens, okay? This is totally normal. Yeah, sure. That looks normal. The Celestial Hotel and Resort, the jewel of the Caribbean. Where the hell is everyone? Come on, Kira. We promised we'd make the most of this trip. Everett Rourke, the man who built this place, the man who brought all of you here, is my father. Whoever these Watchers are, they're coming for us. We've got no idea where this thing will send us, or when. Jake leans in and kisses you one last time. Alright, I can die happy now. Wait, Kira, where's Diego? He's responsible for all of this. It's time he answers for it. What? That's here. That's satellite imagery of La Huerta. It's him. The Hydra can't be allowed to leave with the idol. For our safety and your own, I must order your immediate imprisonment on Sharktooth Isle. Reunited and it feels so good! Lady, I don't know what black pearl you just stepped off of, but we don't want any trouble. What? You don't work for Malatesta? He's headed right for the village! Mother, please. I cannot be Elishar. You must lead us through this. Some choices must last. It's her Rotterdame's. The final stage is a coma. There is one possibility. Our ancestors called it the island's heart. What have you done with the rest of me? I can get you off this island, back home. All of you. What do you want, Lundgren? Huh, you, Mackenzie. I'm here to bring you in. The targeting's live. I put in Hartfield's coordinates. The island alone stayed safe, while the rest of the world burned. We have to go back. Alistair's frozen, his hand hovering over the control panel, and you realize what he's about to do. I'm sorry. Lila, kill them all. Lila raises her gun and shoots 2 arachnid troops in the head. You were right, Estella. I am nothing but a killer. But at least I can kill the right people for once. Huh! Let's see you dodge this one, Jakey Wakey! Quinn floats out of the open chopper door, into the path of the rocket. Stop! Oh, hell! Hang on, we're going down! You stretch out your right hand as your left loses more and more grip. Come on, you can do it! Give me your hand! I gave you help, and now I am in need of yours. Act 7, Chapter 1. Time escapes me. No, I was very afraid that they were going to recap the entire Book 2 epilogue. Like, that's why I wasn't commenting, because I was terrified that they were actually going to. World's longest fucking epilogue. No. No, this... So I'm gonna comment on something for a minute, because this is something I've been tossing around. It's pretty clear from some subtle shit, if you watch what they're doing, that the writers of the game very much intend you to end up with one of the white love interests, and it's kind of gross. I say this because, as we're looking back through that recap, Diego, who is overly interested in our love life, has his comment while we're looking at the picture of Jake gawking at the, what they eventually termed a Doppler shift, the kind of weird aurora that we saw when we first landed on the island. And then you have the, Raj, who never made this comment in our playthrough, so it's interesting, doing the reunited and it feels so good when we're looking at a picture of Quinn looking very attractive and coy. You also weigh in the fact that in their idol scenes, their death scenes, Quinn and Jake are the only two whose deaths involve us, apart from Alistair, who is not an option, and also we murder Alistair. Spoiler alert. You add all that up. They are very much steering you toward either Jake or Quinn, depending on your preference, and I don't like that about this. I don't think they did it on purpose, but there is that subtle manipulation that, yeah, we as white folks don't realize that's what we're doing, but it's what's happening. And that shouldn't have been done. But, yeah. Anyway. The blinding light clears. You look down at yourself and see... So do we want to keep our old look and name? Well, yes, because I'm kind of trying to be self-consistent here. So, we're going to keep Kira's look. The blinding light returns. You squint against the unbearable brightness. The voice seems to fade into the infinite void. So the question is, have I noticed that sort of thing in other Choices books? To a degree, yes. The royal romance is harder because the person that they're steering you toward is someone that you customize yourself, and kind of the same thing with Perfect Match. And I feel like the ability to customize your love interest, because that is a later edition. In most cases, in most of the older books, you can't do that. And even in some of the newer books, you can't do that. Is a way of thwarting that, I think. But there is a definite, like, if you're not in the royal romance, it's also pretty heteronormative. You can't pick a male avatar in the royal romance, first of all. I guess they assume only women have these fantasies, which is ew. But also, the other one that they try to shove you towards is the white guy, Jake. They don't do a lot of manipulations to get you toward Hannah in the same way. There's a couple of things they do that's like, the way they steer you toward Hannah is the left field things where it's like, oh, you told her she's pretty, that was a romance point. No, but okay. Like, they have to work at it to get you with Hannah in, like, the first book. The second and third books, they're better about it, but the first book is really kind of sloshy. Veil of Secrets, they very, very, very much want you to be with the white guy in that one. Like, extremely. Like, it's painful how much they want you to be with the white guy in that one. There is also the option of a black man, and the other one that's like your second choice is a native woman, which is cool. So that's like your top 1 and 2. They really want you to be with the guy, but if you're not going to be with the guy, you want to be with a girl, that's the girl that you're pushed towards. There's also kind of a left field one that comes out at the end that doesn't feel right for me, because there's literally no build-up. It's just, surprise, this character has the hots for you. Okay. So Veil of Secrets does it a little bit. The Freshman is okay. The problem with The Freshman is all their promo art is showing you with the white man. Even though the books themselves are pretty good about letting you, so your options there are the white guy, who is very obviously Chris Pine. Like, let's not lie, that is Chris Pine. The character's name is Chris. It's Chris Pine. And then you have... what is her last name? I think... okay. Kristen in the Freshman looks probably Korean to me. I think maybe she's supposed to be Chinese, but she's a little light for Chinese. Although it does depend on what region you're from. So that's your female love interest prospect. And then your third is a black man, which is cool. And when you're playing the game, it's pretty evenly weighted between how easy it is to get with either of those characters, but then you look at all the promo art, and it's just you with the white guy, so that's pretty strong. And then the Crown and the Flame is the same way. They really want you to get with the white guy. You are playing, because you do multiple POV characters in the Crown and the Flame, so sometimes you play as the white guy, and sometimes you play as Kenna, who is a, fairly ethnically ambiguous brown woman. It's a fantasy world, so it's not anything particular. Your love interest options outside the white guy are a woman who's patterned off of either Chinese or Korean, probably. She looks more Japanese in the face, honestly, but the culture is very Chinese or Korean inspired. And another guy who is, I would peg him as probably supposed to be Spanish, and then a white woman. And the one that the game intends you to end up with is the white guy. So this is very much a feature of Other Choices books. And like I said, I don't think they realized they were doing it on purpose. I do think the option to customize your love interests in later books is for that reason, so that they wouldn't be automatically steering you toward the white person. That would be your personal choice, which is, a thing. But yeah, you notice it pretty strongly. Even in the promo art for the first Endless Summer book, the white girl's out front and very prominent. And they do a good job of masking the fact that Jake is the other option by having Sean in the picture as well, which is good. But you don't see all four love interests until the promo art for book 3. Book 2 is just Quinn, Jake, and Sean again. There's no Estella, which is odd since you can start dating her in that book. But yeah, this is a problem that it looks like Choices is working on, but is definitely there. We will meet again soon, Kira. All that ever was, is, and shall be depends on your choices. I think I said this at the start of book 2, but you can't put that kind of pressure on me, man. I cannot be trusted with that type of power. I just can't be. This is a bad idea. Don't do this. You find yourself back in the tunnels beneath Mount Atropo. Yvonne, Ukjal, and the Endless are with you. All our friends yet live. Our friends? The Endless reaches up and presses a latch at the collar of its suit. You hear a hiss of decompression. With 2 hands, one flesh and one iron, it removes its helmet. I had to be sure you were ready, Kira. Now, our work can begin. You feel your heart stop in your chest. The Endless's face is like looking into a mirror, except that they're clearly much older. What sort of devilry is this? You're... I'm you, yes. Don't worry. The suit will prevent a paradox from being caused by our proximity to one another. That was not actually my first concern, but okay. You lied to us. Yeah, she did. Lied to the Vanti for generations. Yeah. I did not lie. The 12 are integral to preserving Vanu. You used my people as mere pawns, fodder, caring only about your so-called catalysts. You needed something to believe in, didn't you? Wow, that is such a white thing to say. Holy shit. That is technically the player character being judgy. So take a drink. The shaman's crimson eyes narrow. His jaw flexes, giving his face an even more skeletal appearance. He falls silent, glaring at the Endless. I know this all must seem very strange. Is there anything you'd like to ask me, Kira? Are they gonna let me ask what the fuck? Because that's what I want to know. No, they won't. Okay. So we have the options of, you said the others are alive? What's this work you mentioned us doing? Or, how have you lived for so long? Well, I mean, I feel like this could all probably be done in the span of a human lifetime, given the fact that the Endless tells us in the last book that sometimes, people didn't even last a day on the island. So it probably didn't take very long to run each of these 2,139 loops, I think, which is, I'm assuming is how many times she's reset time, essentially. So that's not super interesting to me. I mean, she says the others are alive. I kind of don't want to spend time on that just because I feel like, that's basically going to be this book, is us reuniting with at least some, if not everybody. So I'm gonna go with, I really want to fucking know, what the fuck does she want me to do? What's this work you mentioned us doing? Rourke seeks to harvest La Huerta's time-altering energy by triggering the island's destruction. We can't allow that. So, can't you just go back in time and terminate his parents or something? Honey, we discussed this in the last book. She can't leave the island. Which raises some questions when you think about the fact that she's us, but we walked through the Lernean gate. Chew on that. No need. Whoa. What? We do know that this version of us murdered Alistair, so I'm just saying. There's a crux of extra-dimensional crystal inside the core of the volcano. All of the fragments on the island originate from it. What? By harnessing the crux's power, you and I will stop Rourke for good. What? Okay, but how is any of this even possible? What are you? What am I? Are we really gonna go into this now? What the hell is the rest of the book gonna be about? The Endless lowers a mechanical limb toward the floor of the tunnel. My journey to self-discovery was long and difficult. Yours will happen much faster. Yeah, I can tell. In case you didn't guess, I've played this through before. This was not how I did it. So, this is fascinating. It's important, however, that you develop that understanding on your own. Flame swirls from the Endless's metal fingertips, igniting a line of powder. Wait, what, bitch? What are you doing? Sparks travel the trail's length, disappearing around a bend in the tunnel. Okay, so she just meant over the course of this book, not over the course of, like, decades like she did. Okay. Alright. I'm okay with that. In the end, it's up to you to decide who you truly are. Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, we're talking to our future self who, like, killed even more people than we already have, so... Yeah. Yeah. A distant explosion echoes through the caverns. Great, we're gonna die, aren't we? Again. There. That should activate the crux. What?! You just set off an implosion bomb? What the? Oh my god. Oh my god, don't fuck with time, man. We've already done enough. Yeah, this is why you don't fuck with that. The Endless stops abruptly. You feel a slight tremor. It's so subtle, it almost seems to be coming from your own heart, tight with anticipation. This is not as I'd expected. The tunnel pitches violently, sending everyone sprawling to the ground. You have no idea how relieved I am that the music came back on. Ah! Oof! The walls begin to shake. A gust of wind, intensely hot, blasts the area. You just set off a bomb in a volcano. This is a categorically bad idea. The mountain is erupting. Right now? Over the din, an ear-splitting roar comes from somewhere below. Yep, we're gonna die. Ah! By the black depths! What? Oh, now I understand. The core is missing, destabilizing the entire structure. Yeah, maybe you should have checked on that before you set off the bomb. 2,139 times around and you don't check your setup before you... Oh my god. Oh my god. We never learn. We need to leave immediately. Together with the others, you run headlong through the caves to the temple's entrance. Outside, a plume of fire and smoke billows from Mount Atropo's summit. Streams of shimmering lava wind their way down the slopes. Too late. It's all too late. Ranlosti has come. Great. Future us literally just set off the end of the world by not checking her setup. Fuck you. Yvonne moves in front of the Endless, blocking the spacesuit-clad figure's path. Arte, demon! You told me if I brought you Kira, you'd give me the fountain. The legendary Fountain of Youth, yes. It's inside the mountain, just as you and your fellow pirates believed. But not in the form you'd expected. In any case, I wouldn't go back there now. Wow. Yvonne's gonna kill future us, isn't she? The Endless throws a gesture toward the mountaintop, where geysers of lava rocket into the night sky. This is no ordinary eruption. The entire island is about to change. Just as it did when Rourke tampered with the crux. Yeah, and you didn't learn, did ya? So we can say, will this make everything worse? Or you didn't know this would happen. Honestly, I don't want to know if she knew or not, because either answer is not a good one, honestly. It's either I didn't know and I didn't bother checking and whoopsie daisy, or yes, I knew and I deliberately set off a fucking volcano. So instead, I'm gonna go with, will this make everything worse? During the last eruption, the Vanti were pulled back hundreds of years. And the world was turned into a primeval hellscape. Is this gonna send everything further into the past? There's no way to know how far-reaching the effect will be yet. Yeah, cool. So, you're saying the fountain is lost? What you seek can be found to the east. Ah, so there is a clue. It's the temple. There's another temple on the coast. A place once known as Nox Naj. Your brother, Patrice. A gout of lava crashes onto the nearby slopes. It converges with a stream of molten rock and rapidly floods down toward you. Time to go. Oh god. I don't think we're gonna survive this. The Endless turns to you intently. Like, bitch, I can walk through time. Okay, but can you take us with you is the question. Listen to me. You're the miracle I've waited for. You're the only one who could keep everyone safe. I need you to recover the island's heart from Rourke. With it, we can preserve La Huerta and protect our friends. Do you understand? I can't do that if we're dead, honey. Kira, do you understand? Yes. Good. Stand back. As you move away, the Endless dons her helmet again. Slowly, she extends both arms toward the approaching inferno. Very dramatically. Well, okie dokie then. Go. Find everyone. Find the island's heart. Alright, cool. The Endless vanishes beneath the rising blaze. Wait a second, did future us just die? I have so many questions. No! Wait! Laissez tomber! We must go! Yvonne drags you away. Before you know it, the two of you and Ukjal are running for the rainforest. Cresting the hill, you look down to find a sea of liquid fire gathering at the base of the volcano. Oh shit. We should be safe up here. Yeah, for how long, dude? Several flashes light up the smoky sky. I hate being right all the time. A storm? Not a natural one. Oh fuck, is this the sea monster? Floating orbs of energy appear high above, exploding into wild arcs of lightning. It's happening again. Just like when we flew in. So wait, the last time... Okay, so they've theorized before that the last time the volcano erupted was when we flew in. But then Ukjal is like, well, the last time it erupted, it set the Vanti back hundreds of years. So they literally just got set back by like 100 years? like 6 months ago? Is that what we mean? I am so confused. Zrak! Several strokes shoot into the surrounding foliage, causing it to ignite. Zoot galore! I have missed one! Sorry. No longer safe. We must move, quickly! Yeah, no shit. There's a crackle of splintering wood. A huge tree trunk is falling towards you. Dive. You spring out of the way, diving into the smoking brush. As the tree crashes down, a cloud of sparks and thick smoke billows outward. Got to keep moving! You gotta keep moving away from the smoke. There's more to that sentence, Yvonne. I can't breathe. You and Yvonne fall to the ground, coughing helplessly. Through the haze, the fiery glow becomes brighter as trees and undergrowth are rapidly consumed. Yeah, it doesn't take much before you go down from smoke inhalation. Your consciousness begins to slip away when a hand reaches out to you. This boy is so dramatic. I ain't losing you twice, princess. God fucking damn it. Boy, where the hell have you been? And when do I get to yell at you for smoking that goddamn cigar? Jake? Jake grasps your shoulders and helps you onto your feet. Let's find out if anyone saves Yvonne and Ukjal. With his arm wrapped around your torso, the two of you hurry out of the smoke. Okay, you see Estella helping Yvonne do the same. Alright, who's got Ukjal then? Come on, somebody get the old man. As a group, you move on through the forest, seeking to outdistance the spreading fire. Good fucking luck. Run the opposite way of the wind. You alright? Apparently, we just left Ukjal to die. Y'all. I think we just left Ukjal to die. What the fuck? I think so. Nice timing, by the way. Yes, very dramatic. Yeah, apparently no one cares about Ukjal. This is upsetting. We just annihilated this guy's worldview, and now we're letting him burn to death. That is a bad way to go. Oui, the two of you really know how to step in at just the right moment. Not Estella. Yvonne might be in love. How do you call it when there are two couples? A double date? Oh, God. All right, Estella, this is all yours, honey. You deal with this. I got drama boy over here to yell at for smoking. Ha! You wish. Hey, whoa, wait, what? Honey, no. No. Boy, I ain't sharing. I'm not into that. Ugh. Can we save the flirting for when we are not about to be burned alive? Thank you, Estella. You know what? For that little bit of genre savvy, take a drink. Thank you, Kira. Wait, where's Ukjal? Finally, we fucking notice. Okay, all right. You glance behind you, but find no sign of the old shaman. He was on the other side of the fallen tree. Uh-oh. Oh, Grandpa Smurf knows these jungles better than we do. We're gonna have to hope he can make it down on his own. Or make it out on his own. Oh, God. Jake! still need to yell at you about the cigar, and apparently now I need to yell at you about this. I have a lot of work to do, and I've got to recover from smoke inhalation to boot. I feel like that alone should be enough for me to be like, please never smoke again because I almost died. Yeah, at least we're upset. Thank you. Ball lightning continues to appear in the sky, raining down arcs of electricity. How did you guys find us? The chopper went down right after you fell. Ugh! Could have been flying the chopper, but no, you had to be dramatic and try to be the one to save us. Although I do wonder if you're actively dating someone else and have a higher relationship with them, if maybe they're not the one to try to save you. I've never tried it. I've either not dated anyone at all, or I've dated Jake. I've never tried going after anybody else. So I'd be curious. We've been combing the forest while Cap and Big Guy search along the eastern coast. So Sean and Craig are all right. We know they are. We can only hope. It's been 3 days since we saw them. Didn't think it'd take this much time to find you, but me Sean over here will tell you that I'm wrong every great once in a while. What? I'm missing a reference, I think. 3 days? We only got separated a few hours ago. No, remember, Yvonne said we were out for hours. And was non-specific as to how many. And only then did she bother giving us mouth to mouth, so... yeah, we have no idea how long it's been. Stop! Something's up ahead. Rays of bright blue light stream from a glowing rift hovering in midair. The hell? It's like a window. I see a place on the other side. Sorry. A high-pitched sound comes from the jagged tear in reality. Yeah, remember we just busted space-time again. Future us just blew up space-time. It's fine. Looking through, you see a herd of dinosaurs roving through a prehistoric jungle. The question is this a one-way window or a two-way window? Because, if the dinosaurs can get through, we might have a bigger problem. And a huge pterodactyl flying straight for you. Fuck. Flee! Run away! Run for it! Yeah. Dropping ain't gonna do me, and I can just run away. As one, you launch yourselves away from the rift. With a piercing cry, the leathery winged beast emerges, gliding over your heads. Well, now we know how Jurassic Park 4 happened. It was this. At least we got a point with Jake. Good looking out, princess. Yeah, well, somebody had to be. Oh, c'est un monster. Dinosaur, but close enough for my mustard. Oh, let's see. When did the term dinosaur come into heavy usage? I forget. I forget if it was around the time that Yvonne probably would have been a pirate in the Caribbean, or if it was shortly after. And the key here is widespread. I'm sure the term existed by then, but how many people actually knew about dinosaurs is the question. You know, and that's what I don't have an answer for. I'm sure some historical romance author knows the answer to this better than I do. High overhead, the pterodactyl disappears into darkening clouds. Yeah, let's get out of the way of this portal or whatever it is. Agreed. The four of you run on into the forest, leaving the rift behind. Hopefully it closes before fucking velociraptors or some shit come through. This kind of stuff didn't happen during the last storm. Or did it? I don't know, where do we think the saber-tooth actually came from? Was it always there, or did the Avanti capture it after something like this? We could ask Ukshal, except no one brought him along. Hard to say. I was busy trying to keep Delilah from making a swan dive into the Caribbean at the time. This is the first time he's called his plane by name. Interesting. We were lucky. We were spared, along with the island. And now there's nothing out there to go back to. Yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow. Speaking of swallowing pills, it's about that time. There's no particular rule for this, although I guess there probably should be. Just take a drink. Take it easy, Ripley. I ain't having you crack at a time like this. Okay, at least that reference I get. I'm not cracking. Okay. I'm being honest with myself. Everything's gone. This is all we have now. A series of blue flashes fill the air. 2 more rifts open before your eyes, floating amid the trees. Looks like Rourke's about to get that prehistoric theme park he always wanted. Oh boy, just what this guy needs, fucking dinosaurs. The ground suddenly heaves beneath you. Everyone stops to brace themselves. It's like that earthquake in LA. Was it yesterday? Or the day before? I have no idea. I have no more sense of time. It's like this book. It could have been yesterday, it could have been last year, who knows? Anyway, I hope y'all are okay. Pour l'amour de Dieu! What now? A groan comes from the forest floor as it splits apart, causing blazing lava to rise from a network of fissures. Figures. My day was going well for once. This is well? Honey, I realize our standards have changed since we arrived on this island, but come on. I feel like the day at, the Elysian Lodge wasn't terrible. We had a party and did some incredibly irresponsible restraint play. It's fine. Everything was fine. The lava's burning everything. Estella points toward the floating rifts. Oh God. The time portals. We've got no choice. Copy that. Jake and Estella rush ahead. They each stop beside a different rift, looking back for you to follow. No, dude, we should all be going through the same rift. What are you doing? Y'all. Everybody through one. Jesus. Be a little genre savvy here, guys. You guys sure it's safe? No! Although we did just watch a pterodactyl come through, which implies that it's relatively safe to go through, but we don't know what's on the other side. Looks like some kind of bayou in this one. Moonlight, still water. Reminds me of home. We have the time to go into this? We could be running. I see a room full of windows. And stars? It's actually beautiful. Another flash heralds the appearance of a third rift, slowly shimmering open in front of you and Yvonne. Okay, so our options are enter the second rift with Estella for 12 diamonds, Enter the first rift with Jake. You can all see where I got genre savvy the last time I played. Or you can enter the third rift for free. Which the third rift is going through with Yvonne. I don't think I'm being subtle. Also, I need to yell at this boy about the cigars. Come on, give me, just do it, just, come on. Also, not losing him again. That sounded way more dramatic than I meant it to be. As the brush begins to catch flame, you enter the rift with Jake close behind. The roar of the eruption is suddenly gone, replaced by chirping insects and the gentle lap of water along a mossy riverbank. I still don't understand why we all didn't just go through one. This is ridiculous. Oh, looks safe enough. You've never been to a bayou, have you? Behind you, the burning rainforest can still be seen through the rift you've just exited. Okay, well, the door hasn't shut yet. That's good. Guess we'll have to pass the time here until the fire dies down. You know, with this music, I have a very strong feeling we're about to be somebody's therapist again. So I'm just gonna cue that up just in case. It was way more dramatic than I actually meant it to be. Like, I really just meant like I'm not gonna lose track of him again, but there we are. I'm being very dramatic tonight. Gee, I wonder why Kira's dating Jake. It's because he's just me if I was an allo-cis guy. Let's be real. Guess so. I feel like he's literally looking at us like, Kira, you've never been to a bayou, have you? Sure, honey, it's safe. Also, walk over here. The two of you sit down by the water's edge. Whatever this place is, it's sure a dead ringer for Pearl River. Interesting. Is that where you grew up? Yeah. We moved around a bit before I headed off to Annapolis, but my grandparents always had their place out in the back country. That house was the center of the family. So we can say, what was it like there? Or do you miss it? I mean, do you miss it is a loaded question. Because if he does, then this could make him really sad. And if he doesn't, then this could bring up... Both of these could bring up really bad memories. I'm not a fan, but... this does sound like we're being his therapist. Take a drink. Just, you know, we're gonna be a little coy. What was it like there? It's a different world out there. Simpler way of life. Simple sounds pretty nice right about now. Yeah, no shit. You're telling me. Which is endless summer for no shit. My sister and I would spend the day swimming, fishing, and pranking the neighbor kids. Our favorite trick was a little thing called Krabby Britches. Oh god, dude, no, you did not drop crawdads down people's pants. You did not. God, we've got so many conversations to have. Krabby Britches? You mean... Yeah, exactly what it sounds like. Strategically placed crawdad when you least expect it. Okay, first of all, I'm glad he's calling it a crawdad because whoever calls it a crayfish is just wrong. I'm sorry, you're wrong. It's a crawdad. Second of all, if you don't know what these are tiny lobsters. These are tiny freshwater lobsters. We used to get them up at my parents' place, and I live nowhere near Louisiana, let's just put it that way. Yeah, tiny freshwater lobsters. Little black lobsters that you just like, yeah, you grabbed these things and you dropped them down people's pants. They're all like cold and wet and pinchy. Really, dude? Really? God. He's a terrible person. It's part of why I like him. Because I'm a terrible person. You two were little brats. Yup. Imagine what his kids would be like. We were. It was great. Dude. Hold still. I will not. Not after you just told me that story, dude. I'm not. No. No. Keep your hands away from my pants ever again. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. What? Why? Oh, God. Ow! Jake reaches up and gives your neck a sharp swat. Cool, there's mosquitoes here. I'm instantly miserable. Awesome. Ow! Hey! Oh, okay. I have no idea what language this comes from. I'm gonna guess, I'm sorry. Margwin, otherwise known as a mosquito. Yeah, can we just call it that, please? Because until I know what language that's from, I can't do that right. Got him, though. Not to worry. The mosquitoes that bite people are girls, Jake. Just... ugh. Also, if this isn't in the United States, we better hope to God we've been vaccinated for, like, malaria and typhoid and shit. Which most of us have not. And also the typhoid vaccine is only effective for like, what, 7 years? Something like that? It's not very long. And then you have to revaccinate. It's not like your MMR vaccines. My hero. I do what I can. Cool, so Jake likes to be tied up in bed, and he also likes spanking, is what I just learned from this. God, he's a little switch, isn't he? Jesus. Jake pauses thoughtfully. His gaze becomes distant. Okay, this is the therapy part. Just take another drink. See, the distant doesn't mean sad, but they have the sad music on, so I guess it does mean sad. I didn't bring my tissue box over here. Am I gonna regret this? You'd think that I wouldn't since I've played this before, but, you know. I've also played this whole series before, so... Something wrong? I keep going back to the moment I lost him. You mean Mike? Lundgren got his claws into him. Made him into something inhuman. If you play the Let's Get It On choices music, it makes the sad scenes more bearable. Yeah, because that music absolutely cracks me up. I'm really annoyed that Pixelberry hasn't officially released that music, so I don't know what book it actually made its first appearance in, because it wasn't in The Freshman, it wasn't in High School Story, which actually makes me very happy, because if the slutty music had appeared in High School Story, I would be pretty concerned, since that's about teenagers. It wasn't in It Lives Beneath. It wasn't in Endless Summer. What are the other ones that potentially came before this that they've released? I'm wondering if it was The Crown and the Flame. They haven't released The Crown and the Flame. Surely it's not. I don't remember. I did one 30 Diamond scene in The Crown and the Flame, and I do not remember if that music played when I did. Because it might be, even though that feels really anachronistic for that game. But, yeah. Otherwise, you have to go to people who have clipped it out via other means, probably like this, and it's funny as hell, but... Rules of engagement? Maybe, but... Yeah, the Royal Romance is a spin-off of Rules of Engagement, and I don't think they've released Rules of Engagement, the soundtrack. So maybe. So if you want to know what order the books were released in, you can go to the, if you just like Google Choices Wiki, there's a whole wiki about the whole app, which is what I used to populate the, Giant Bomb, page that lets me actually say what I'm playing now, because the page was a stub and they wouldn't list it on Twitch until it wasn't a stub. And Rules of Engagement did come before Endless Summer. So it could be Rules of Engagement. I haven't played Rules of Engagement, I just know that it's what the Royal Romance really spun off of. So, it could be. I could have saved Mac from all of this. And I didn't. What were you going to do? He was trying to kill us the last time you saw him, and the time before, there was only one ejection seat. What were you going to do? Oh my god, he was gonna put him on his lap, wasn't he? Well then what were you gonna do when the parachute went off? How were you going to... Boy. We gotta talk about your survivor's guilt, okay? It's, yep. Hardcore therapy time. Alright, here we go. I could have saved Mike from all this. And I didn't. And now whatever's left of him is in there watching. Suffering. I can't take it, Princess. You could at least first name us right now. Jesus. Jake's gaze meets yours. There's a helplessness in his expression, his eyes full of grief. No, come on. I'm holding out, but they're trying. Jake, we can say, it's not your fault, which is true, but also kind of empty, because you can know, like you can know that all you want and it doesn't necessarily help. Or we can say we're gonna get him out, which sounds like a promise we can't keep, so I don't like either of these answers. Yet Jake's sad puppy face is pretty intense. Like, again, it really feels like they're shoving you toward him first. And then Quinn second. Cause like Sean's is Estella's is like but Jake's already, like, he's already kind of doing that, you know, from under the brows look anyway, so then the sad just looks even sadder because his head is already tucked. Quinn kind of has that almost like pouty look on her face. I don't ever think she looks really sad. I think Quinn always looks like she's just pouting, which, I don't like that. But yeah, of everybody, Jake's puppy face is pretty good. Anyway. I think I'm going to go with the thing that at least tries to be helpful. Jake, we're gonna get him out. Something wells up inside Jake, but he nods fiercely, swallowing away the pain. Oh boy, just cry, it's okay. You can cry. You'll make me cry, but it's fine. Just cry. Instead, he reacts with we got 2 points with him. Instead, he reacts with anger, because that is the manly thing to do. Jesus, we need to have a conversation. No matter what it takes. No, we've had that talk already. We've had that talk about, this self-destructive bullshit you're doing. And we know you're still doing it, so no, boy. No. We can't let him near whiskey ever again. That's the spirit. Okay, I'm glad you're happy with that, because I'm not, but whatever. You place a comforting hand on Jake's back. He exhales slowly, shaking his head. Dude, just cry. Seriously. Just cry. Not off camera like we can probably safely assume you did after we fell out of the helicopter. But, like, on camera, just fucking cry, man. You'll feel it. Crying is cathartic. You might even feel better. Hell of a place, this island. You're telling me. Well, we might not be on the island. We might be in Louisiana right now. Who knows? We've been through a lot here, but I gotta say, for you, Kira, I'd do it all again. Sure, now you first name me. Jake reaches up to take your hand. See, he can be dramatic, but he can't cry. This is what's kind of weird to me. Like, they still do that very tough guy thing, but then he'll do stuff like this. It's very mixed signals to me. I guess he's not supposed to be a cinnamon roll. He's still supposed to be, you know, like, kind of prickly asshole, but we've talked about how Jake is the better execution of the Ache archetype than Drake is. So, yeah. There's like a whiplash in tone here that's really odd. So we can squeeze his hand or kiss him. Well, kissing is an option. Take a drink. Alright, fine. Pucker up. We're gonna kiss him. You grasp Jake's hand and pull him closer. See, we squeezed his hand anyway, it's fine. We're smiling. Oh yeah, I guess he did just get done making a sappy speech. I'm like, wait a second, we were just talking about Mike and, you know, like, him being brainwashed and shit. Oh yeah, he made a sappy speech and finally first named us. Alright. Okay. I'm here, I promise. Oh, that is a strange way to put this. As your faces find each other. When you've written too many kissing scenes and you're running out of clever ways to say they kissed. Wow, that is terrible. Oh my god. As your faces find each other. I'm sorry, I know this isn't that funny. I can't say it again. Jake grins and brings his lips to yours. Okay. Faces. Yeah, exactly. It's like as you mash faces romantically. Like, dude, I write a lot of kissing scenes, I'm not gonna lie. I like writing people kissing because they're happy and, you know, etc. But even I have not been so desperate as to say something like as their faces find each other. And I've been pretty desperate a couple times. I unfortunately have seen stuff like as your lips slam together like a car crash. Unfortunately, I have seen stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay, Jake grins and brings his lips to yours. Okay. Oh! Jake is now in love with us. Smooching in the bayou did it, huh? Okay. Don't mind if I do. Oh my god. So, drives me nuts. Okay. Oh, jeez. Wow, he's just going for it. Okay. After our faces find each other, his kiss is... I'm never gonna... I can't believe I forgot that. I must not have kissed him the last time, because I feel like I'd remember that. His kiss is soft and warm, caressing you passionately, gradually, slowly taking your breath away. You're supposed to come up for air. Like, breathe between the kisses. Like, you know, you turn your head and you... Oh my god. There are literal YouTube tutorials because some of us don't know how to kiss, okay? Like, come on. You pull apart, and he reaches up to run his fingers through your hair. Yeah, of course he's proud of himself. Ugh, little shit. The two of you gaze out over the water, watching ripples cascade across its silken surface. You ever think maybe we were meant to be? Oh god. Oh, that's a loaded question, Jake. We're gonna find out. I do think that. Yes. Are we saying that because of the Endless, or are we just saying that to say it? Who knows? All of the craziness this place has thrown our way couldn't keep us apart. Even brought us to this land before time swamp that looks just like my old stomping grounds. Jake, come on, get a little genre savvy. This is not prehistoric anywhere. This is your bayou. Come on now. I'm glad I could see it with you. Me too, princess. Jake glances over at the hovering rift. The sliver of visible rainforest is dark and smoky. Fire's died down. As we say in the South, tempest sure does fugit. I don't know that anybody in the South says that, but... okay. You ready? As I'm ever gonna be. To face the fact that everybody else is probably waiting outside assuming that we're, you know, boning in the rainforest. Or bayou. Or wherever they think we are. Whatever. Okay, that was an interesting noise. The ground is covered in writhing smoke. The lava fissures still emit a dull glow, but the surrounding brush appears to have stopped burning. Cool, how many weeks have passed? Estella stands a short distance away, near the second rift. Welcome back. Jake hops over a cooling fissure and peers into the third rift. Ground control to Buccaneer Barbie. You can come out now. Really, dude? Yvonne gingerly pokes her tricorn-topped head out, checks the area, and emerges. A surprisingly pleasant siesta. Shall we be on our way? Come on, you two. Let's get out of here before that volcano comes up with a new way to kill us. As the eruption continues lighting up the night sky, everyone trudges on through the rainforest. Almost 2 hours later, the shoreline comes into view. You arrive at a wide, moonlit cave. Pillars of natural rock rise from the sea like fingers grasping for the stars. Whoa, where are we? Magnifique, non? Colonnade Cove, a treacherous harbor that only master sailors dare traverse. Oh boy. So now what? Now I guess we have a look around. And what exactly are you expecting to find? Look at the mountains. We're on the northern side of the island. Wow, we get around. Sean and Craig were searching to the east, right? Yes, and the eastern coast is probably one giant inferno of lava right now. Cool. The Endless was so concerned that we get this far with everyone still alive, and then she blew up the volcano and probably killed 2 of them. Good job, honey. We took too long. We'll find him, Trinity. Just relax. I feel like Trinity is more Zara than it is Estella, but okay. Estella grits her teeth and glares at Jake. Thank you. Use my name, or don't speak to me again. Yes, girl! Ah! Finally, somebody fucking called him on it. Thank you. Jesus. This shouldn't have taken all the way to book 3, honestly. Yeah, you should look ashamed of yourself. Estella. No, we don't. No, we're not gonna tell her to not do that. She sets herself down on the sand, facing away from the group. We were idiots to think we could all make it through this together. Honestly, I doubt anyone is getting out of here alive. Well, I mean, everybody dies, but hopefully not, soon. Pardonnez-moi, but do you happen to see something out by that cliff? Yvonne points at a shadowy outcropping of rock a short distance away. More beach? Yeah, everybody dies, but hopefully not tonight. That's book 3 in a nutshell, I think. It's definitely book 2 in a nutshell. You're about to give up squinting when you finally notice it. Something's over there. I think it's heading this way. A strange, indistinct figure is approaching across the beach. The moonlight seems particularly bright around it. Is it the shaman? Jumanji, that you? God damn, dude, you do not learn, do you? There's no response. The figure continues on its slow path toward you. 'Cause, of course it does. Who's there? When it finally draws close enough to reveal detail, you feel a chill travel down your back. God, it's not the Endless again, is it? Oh, okay. Just featureless glowing person. Again, very normal. Green light undulates within a translucent, ghostly body. The face is featureless. Holy... What on earth? It's good to know this island can still surprise us. Oh, no. Vivon does not do ghosts. I don't think you got a choice, honey. The pirate whirls on her heel, running for a cluster of palm trees. She is noping right the fuck out of this, and I do not blame her. Estella finally turns to look. I mean, yeah, be about the look on my face. The figure stops a few paces short of Estella, seeming to study her grief-stricken face. I don't know how we can tell since it has no eyes, but okay. What is this? What's happening? It raises a hand toward her, offering something. A small object is partially visible in its luminous grasp. Is that... How did you get that? What is it? What does it have? A photo I kept at San Tropita. It's me, my mother, and Tio Nicholas. It can't be real. Everything out there is burned to cinders. Well, technically, all we know is that, that the area surrounding La Huerta and then also Hartfeld are destroyed. We are literally assuming the rest of the world is destroyed. We do not know that for sure. We are taking Rourke's word for it, and I am inclined not to, personally. Estella stares at the spectral entity fearfully, unable to reach out to it. The light within its body falters. Cool, it's fading into starlight, I guess. In desperation, the figure turns and extends the photo to you. You notice that the picture is slowly darkening at the edges. It looks ready to burst into flames. Okay, I guess we're going to take the salvaged photo. But look at like little baby Estella. Oh, it's so cute. As you grasp the photograph, the figure disappears completely. It's gone. You go to hand it to Estella, and the moment she touches it, everything is suddenly awash with light. Oh, cool, these are our new idols. The haze clears, and you find yourself in a cozy yet sparsely decorated room. A man with tied-back gray hair is leaning over a desk, trying to fix an old typewriter. Come on, you tonto! He smacks the typewriter's cabinet with his fist. The machine emits a sad clang as its keys click back into place. Percussive maintenance. The man sits down and gets ready to resume typing. After a moment of hesitation, he sighs. Oh, now I've forgotten where I was. There's a knock at the door. Take a drink. Is it bad that I want Alistair to die in his Book 3 idol knockoff, or better yet, he dies in Grace's idol knockoff? No, it's not. Alistair... So I put this on Twitter. If you like zoom in on Jake in the Endless 3 cover, or Endless Summer 3 cover art, with him standing there with, like the fist pressed against his palm, like he's gonna fight the fucking volcano or something. He totally looks like he's about to beat Alistair down and take his lunch money. And I'm not upset by this. I will have a lot of conversations with Jake about a lot of things, but beating Alistair up for his lunch money is not one of them. Go for it, sweetie. Just do it. It'll be a good time. There's a knock at the door. Estella enters the room carrying a large box. Huh! And then there's my niece who thinks she can fix everything with her fancy college degree. Hola, Tia Nicholas. I have something for you. Nicholas eyes the box, which bears the image of a desktop computer. See, like, if they speak more Spanish, I'm better at their accents. Amazing how that works. Not necessarily good, because they're Venezuelan, and it's really actually hard to find content on how to do a Venezuelan accent. But it's less Russian. Estelita, I told you, I don't want that. Everything's traceable with computers. Not if you don't plug it into the internet. You're not going to use... Oh wow, I am way behind on the screens. Sorry about that. You're not going to use it for planning revolutions, Dio. It's for your memoirs. You're never going to finish them on that rusty old thing. It works fine enough. Okay, I'm rolling the R's way too much there. Back off. Does it? Estella gestures to a thin stack of haphazardly typed pages on the desk. Yeah, you better hope a stiff breeze doesn't blow in, my guy, because otherwise you're screwed. Theo, how are you going to inspire generations of Santrobidans with your life story if you can't even get a single chapter done? Woman's got a point. Yeah, he knows it. All right. I know how futile it is to argue with you. You're damn right. Good. Now help me unpack it. They gather beside the box. Estella pops open the cardboard flaps. You never give up, just like your mother. I should call you Levita. Oh. Assuming by this time her mom is dead, considering he says college student. She places a large bundle of packing material in his hands. I'm not a little girl anymore, Tio. Yeah, well, he's probably still gonna call you Mamita. No, you're not. She'd be very proud to see you now. All grown up and on your way to great things. Like murder! You should be somewhere exciting and full of promising young people. New York, London. No. I like it here. Santrobida is your past, Estelita. It's my home. We fought for this place, remember? I will never forget. But we're free of Salazar's corruption now. And we've sent a signal that fascism will not be tolerated here ever again. God, okay. Nicholas! I got a job for you, my man. Get your typewriter out. We've got a planet to save. And I'm not talking about, the one that went up in flames because of La Huerta. I'm talking about mine. Come on, dude. You and Estella both. Come on, we need you both. Come on, let's go. Yes. And now it's time to take care of ourselves. Time to rebuild and plan for the future. Are you thinking of starting a family? Uh-oh. Whoa. Stella's getting nesting instincts. Maybe I am. Interesting. Haha, didn't think I'd see the day. Perhaps I'll even be a tío abuelo. Ah, how the time escapes me. He sniffles, growing misty-eyed. Estella plugs in the computer tower and powers it on. She hands Nicholas the instruction manual. Okay, you got it from here? Give me a call if you need any help. Help? I'll be fine. Okay, dude, no, seriously, read the instructions, please. Where do I insert the paper? Oh boy. Oh, Estella, you got an uphill battle, honey. Oh, Dio. After another burst of intense light floods your vision, you find that you're back at the cave. Estella is holding the photo. Tears are streaming down her face. You two okay? Oh god, are we crying too? Is somebody finally noticing that we tend to cry when these things happen? Estella looks into your eyes. Somehow, you can tell that she saw the vision too. Maybe because she's crying. Or were we crying? See, I don't remember now. Oh well. Was that... How? I think we were seeing the future. A future that could have been. Oh, that's depressing. Yes. Her gaze drifts toward the shore, where it lingers, watching the tide wash in and out. She suddenly turns toward you and embraces you tightly. Aww. Oh, shh, it's okay. I'd forgotten how much I miss my home. Over your shoulder, she gazes at the old photo. When I was little, all I wanted was to have a family one day. She steps back and inhales deeply, glancing over at Jake and then back to you. Yeah, Jake's not a good candidate, honey. The two of you would fight constantly. That would probably get destructive. We're going to fix this. Damn right we are. No more anger. No more despair. We owe it to ourselves to fight for the future with all we've got. I think maybe I just needed to see it, to keep believing in it. And 2 points with her, even though this is a future that isn't going to happen, I guess. That's really weird. Now that's the Estella I know. Finally! God, just call people by their first names once in a while, Jake. Actually, you really should just call people by their first names all the time, but, you know, I get once in a while being cute, but, like, literally, I better never hear a nickname for Estella out of your mouth ever again, because she has told you no. Or not. It's Katniss, cabron. Okay. Well, she's now given him permission to call her Katniss. So, alright. I accept this. Yeah. Yeah, he's proud of himself, little shit. Yep, these are our new idols. Okay. So we've collected 1 of the 11 Embers of Hope. La Huerta can be a discouraging place. Embers of Hope will help your friends remember what matters most to them. Alright. Gather enough, and one of the island's greatest mysteries will be brought to light. You mean you're gonna make me play another mini-game in the epilogue? I know your game choices. I know what you're setting me up for. God damn it. Sean and Craig must have seen the eruption coming. Hopefully they found a place to wait it out. By that we mean Sean horse-collared Craig into a cave or something, because Craig would probably try to fight the volcano. Let's be honest, Craig is out there trying to fight a volcano right now. Yvonne comes running over to you. Cool, you're back. While I was, scouting, I found something else. She gestures in the other direction along the shore. A cluster of huts rests in the shadow of a large cliff. Cool, shelter for the night. I love it. A village? Those look like Vanti dwellings. Maybe someone will know the whereabouts of the other catalysts. We're kind of a big deal after all. Oh god. They're not gonna like when they find out that we left their shaman to die, dude. Let's go find out. And there's our title card. That's chapter 1 complete. We found one out of the only, we found the only clue and an ember of hope. Wow, they're just not even gonna ask us if we want to restart the chapter. They're just gonna have us continue on. Interesting. Okay, so I will be back next week with chapter 2. So, more Endless Friday. So that's same time, same place, twitch.tv/aromanticace at 7 p.m. Pacific next Friday if you want to watch me live. I'm really, 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 really hoping that Twitch is going to process this, this abridged version of Book 2's finale. Because I'd really like to have it on Twitch as well as YouTube, but if it does not, then I'm going to have to download the full-length VOD and find a way to crop it somewhere else. I can technically do it on YouTube, but I can't then download the high-quality VOD like I can from Twitch, which is part of the problem. Because when you download your own videos from YouTube, the quality is absolutely shit. I would have to use a third-party service to download it from YouTube, and I'm still not sure even then the quality would be very good. So, here's hoping. But yeah, we'll continue. We'll see if we can find Sean and Craig, or Ukjal, or whether this village is going to murder us all because, we let their shaman die. So, enjoy whatever it is you do between now and Friday. Catch you later.